That's what the pussy cost me. And when the nigga started hating, that's when the nigga lost me. Fantastical, that's what the hoes call me. Why y'all trip?
Mazuma TV back with another boxing video. Alright guys, this is something that I've been wanting to speak about, and I feel like a lot of guys in the LDBC and YTBC, all the other boxing communities, aren't really speaking about, and that's Yuriorkis Gamboa, you already know, against Jason Sosa. Now, these guys are fighting tomorrow night, I believe. They weighed in today, so definitely tomorrow night. And you already know they had to avoid Thanksgiving, so they're rehydrating pretty well, mentally getting prepared for this fight coming up. Now, with both of these guys' style, with Yuriorkis Gamboa being an aggressive, very fast, powerful fighter, coming from the Cuban background, and we got Jason Sosa, who's a come-forward fighter, has the ability to box, but I believe he prefers the brawling style, you know what I'm saying? And he's a real aggressive fighter as well. So both of these guys stepping into the ring, you already know this is going to be a possible war. And emphasis on possible. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Now, if you guys been following Gamboa, you would know he's been having some real shaky performances lately. Now, looking at Gamboa's career, he didn't make the wisest business decisions, you know what I'm saying? But was real inactive, wasted a lot of time in his career, Not like a James Kirkland, or Andre Ward, but there's been a lot of inactivity with the fighting once a year, and I'm gonna make a video about that as well, because I don't believe that these guys should be wasting prime years like that, and I believe Gamboa is just one of those guys. Demetrius, Andrade, a lot of these guys are having problems staying active because of the poor business decisions, So he's had an up and down career, Jason Sosa been on a roll lately, despite losing to the Vasyl Lomachenko pretty badly. He's been on the rise. He's really been on the rise. A lot of people thought he got a gift draw against Nicholas Walters, but me being one of those people who believe so, but I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of people who believe that he lost to Nicholas Walters. Went up, knocked out Javier Fortuna, got the WBA strap, and ever since then, he's been put in some good fights, man. He's been put, and this is another good fight. So Jason Sosa has been maintaining relevancy because of all the good fights that he's been bringing to the table. The guy never backs down. He gives it his all. And when you're a fighter who gives it your all, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. The fans are going to want to see you fight again. So he's been given a good fight. Getting back to why I believe this is going to be a possible war. Because I say this because I already know what Jason Sosa is going to bring to the table, just based off of his style in the ring and him never taking a back foot and never giving up. His corner giving up for him is completely different from the individual fighter giving up. I've never seen Jason Sosa give up, even when this guy wasn't even well known. I've seen fights of him live, and he's always maintained that same philosophy of not backing down and giving it his all and being extremely aggressive and doing whatever he has to do to get the W, whether it's clean or dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I know what Jason Sosa is going to bring to the plate. Fighters do not change. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that changes is their age and their athleticism. If you're a warrior, you're always going to be a warrior. You cannot change that. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what Jason Sosa is going to bring to the table, but with Gamboa, man, he makes a lot of mistakes, man. And if you guys follow this man, y'all would know I'm not lying, He's one of those guys who depends on his athleticism to get the job done for him. This is what a lot of fighters end up doing wrong in their careers, and it always comes back to bite them. You guys follow Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins would tell you, even though you could tell Hopkins got a little bit of a rivalry with Roy Jones still, he will tell you that his athleticism carried him through the prime years of his career. Once his prime years left, that's when he started getting knocked out. And the reason why is because his athleticism was gone, and he didn't have the proper techniques to maintain his defense. You know what I'm saying? So looking at this, man, I believe Gamboa is a victim of his athleticism. You know what I'm saying? And his chin been tapped A lot of times, despite only having 2 losses, when he fought Terrence Crawford, that boy was dancing all over the ring. If he would have had some little sharp head movement or keeping his hands up, uh, coming in on the high guard, he probably wouldn't have been dancing all over the ring. But his hands are always down, so he gets hit with clean shots from hard punching fighters. And I don't even think you got to be a hard puncher to really uh, have Gamboa dancing. You know what I'm saying? If you a sharp, precise puncher, you shouldn't have a problem hurting Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Jason Sosa got some pop in him. You know what I'm saying? I went to his media. I went up to Cherry Hill. I went to TKO Fitness to watch him spar. The man got pop. You could tell. You know, just watching. You don't have to be in the ring necessarily. I've been in the ring. I've sparred. And you could just tell by how the way the sound of the punch. You could tell. It's not like a slap. It sound. It's like a boom. You know what I'm saying? Got some pop to him. So and those were 16-ounce gloves. So imagine with the small gloves they wearing, the type of punching power he's gonna possess. And I just can't trust Gamboa, man. I can't. I cannot trust that man. Even with the 2 losses, man, his performances, he has not gotten better. You know, and that majority decision, he didn't really impress me too much. Robinson Castellano, he looked terrible. Terrence Crawford, he looked great in the beginning, but like I said, he when the shit started to get hot for him, he started dancing all over the ring. Once they adapt to him, it's a wrap. So with Jason Sosa, man, I think it's just a matter of time before Sosa hit that chin. And if Gamboa is able to take Sosa's power punches, then he has a good chance of winning. But looking at this fight, man, I think it's just a matter of time before Sosa end up hitting that chin and Gamboa hits the deck and they're going to end up stopping the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's just personally what I think. My mind is attempting to give Gamboa the benefit of the doubt, but I cannot do that, man. You get fucked over every time you trust these fighters who got bad habits. You know what I'm saying? With Adrian Broner, he has terrible habits. Some of the most terrible habits I've seen in this era of boxing. And every time I try to give him the benefit of the doubt and think he's gonna have a chance to win a fight, he disappoints me every time. So I think Gamboa is just one of those guys. I don't think he's the same fighter that he was when he first started, when he generated all that hype, when there was supposed to be a super fight between him and Juan Manuel Lopez. You know, yeah, man, that's just what I think. You know, I think it's just a matter of time before Jason Sosa tap that chin, and it's gonna be a late stoppage. I'm not sure what round. I don't even know how many rounds this fight's gonna be. It's not a championship fight, so I believe it's gonna be 10, but it might be 12. I don't know. I don't know how this should be going, but I got Jason Sosa stopping Gamboa in the late rounds. That's my personal prediction. Let me know what you guys think about this fight right here. A possible war between these two right here. Let me know all y'all thoughts and opinions below. Shout out to all the subscribers. Just hit over 300. I appreciate all you guys so much. This is Mazuma TV. I appreciate all of you guys. Show love to the page. And I'm out.